Your next comedian is ready to make you laugh. Are you guys ready to laugh at him? A couple of them are, but he's going to prove all of you to how funny he is. Rearrange them and they'll be real sentence. All right, give it up for Patrick Orman.
Hey. Get up there, Pat. Yeah, they messed up his name. Yeah.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it, doing better than anybody you ever seen do it.
Thank you for that glowing endorsement. Now, before I begin tonight, I just got to ask, is there anybody in the crowd tonight that gets easily offended? No. All right, then this is going to be smooth as hell. You see, last year, I was attending a family event, and see, when my family gets together, we drink. And when I get drunk, I tend to have a pretty foul mouth. And at this point during the event, I'm holding a handle. When all of a sudden, I just lost control. And that's when I started going off the mouth. And see, my mother, she hates curse words. And she's the kind of person who knows just what to say to turn the situation into more of a spectacle. So she said, Patrick, your grandmother is rolling over in her grave right now after what you just said. And the thing is, she's right. But what she didn't seem to realize was the casket handle slipped.
Yeah.
That's my opener. It's supposed to provide you with a little insight about my character. Now, around that same time last year, I was pretty low on money. I mean, not like now, when I'm rolling in it. So my friend suggested that I make a quick buck by donating sperm. And I have to say, I was a little hesitant to do so, because I had never done that before. For money? But I was desperate, so I decided to follow through. And looking back now, I can't even tell you which was more awkward. Having to ejaculate into this tiny cup, or having to explain myself to the teller at the wrong bank. That's one of my favorites, too. But apparently Members First doesn't accept those types of deposits. Regardless, it was fun. Now, I used to date this girl who was pretty self-conscious because she constantly had me compare her to other women. Didn't matter where we went. We'd be out drinking, and she'd say, Patrick, do I look like that bartender? If we're dining at a nice fancy restaurant, because like I said, she'd say, Patrick, do I look like our waitress? Even if I was sitting on my nice comfy couch in my apartment watching television, she'd lean in. Patrick, do I even look remotely similar to that actress? And see, it got to the point where I just had to break up with her. Because it was just too annoying. Dating a blind girl. The worst part about it was, she didn't even see it coming. Calm down, animals. You see, I don't want to come across as some kind of ladies' man, because the fact of the matter is, I'm not. But I will say this. There's no better feeling than when I'm standing around a bunch of guys, and the prettiest girl in the room picks me. Now, police lineup or not, take a drink on that one. I should have opened with that. Now, last night, I was watching this fascinating program,
He's killing it.
which was about a pedophile psyche. And I must say, it was surprisingly very informative. For instance, did you know that the biggest contributing factor to what makes a pedophile is sexy children? It takes a special kind of asshole to laugh at that joke. Cheers. Now here we are, at the sentimental portion of my act. You see, it takes a long time to gain somebody's trust. And respect, it's not something that's given out. It's something you gotta earn. And getting honor, when you get that, then you never ever have to bother calling her again. Oh, wait. I'll save that joke for an intelligent audience. Now, I'm only a part-time comedian. You can probably tell, people who haven't been laughing. But the fact of the matter is, I've got a full-time job. And over the past few weeks, I've been working my ass off. And see, all that hard work finally paid off when just yesterday I found out that I got the Employee of the Month. Fired. Which was great, because I hated that guy. Now this will be my final joke, and I don't think I'm giving anything away here when I say that it's brilliant. A pause break under my braggadocious skills. You see, I can't even put into words how much I love doing stand-up comedy. I just can't. So the only way I know how to best describe it is by comparing it to something equally satisfying. Having sex. Because the first time performing stand-up was so perfectly comparable to losing my virginity. For months, all my friends kept pressuring me to do it. And at that final moment, when I decided to follow through with it, I suddenly became very nervous. And although I didn't last very long, as soon as I finished, I felt this overwhelming sense of accomplishment. I'd finally done it. And not only that, but my dad got the whole thing on videotape.